The battle is from the back. Harvick chose the outside, chose well, but they are 3 and 4 wide. Those cars that had inspection issues trying to make it up through. No out of bounds line here.
All over the track. You can use the apron here. It's not out of bounds. You can go down and the grass is out of bounds.
Well, we saw a lot of this in practice, 2 and 3 wide racing, and that big spoiler punches such a hole. Those guys that start in the back, some of them were going 10 miles per hour faster down the straightaway when they were drafting.
Daniel Suarez has gained 9 spots. Chase Elliott and Joey Logano 8 apiece. Logano threads the needle through the middle past Daniel Hemrick.
Yeah, that's a pretty wild racing going on between the 24 William Byron and the 2 of Brad Keselowski. They just keep swapping it back and forth. That shows you what those drag ducts and that big rear spoiler do to punch a hole in the air.
It's not hurting them, though. They're gaining on Boyer there right ahead of them. They've gained quite a bit on him, and these two racing each other pretty hard, but they're closing in on Boyer.
And William Byron chose to do a little bit different strategy there and stay to the quarter panel of the 2 car, Brad Keselowski, and I think this might complete that pass.
Now, see, Mike, right now this is fun. This wouldn't be so much fun if it was later in the evening, later in the race. I think Boyer was another guy, Mike, was glad that was a 30-lap caution because Boyer's car had gone off a little bit. So I think they fixed that car up a little better.
We saw this earlier in the race when Kyle Busch tried to make some moves on the inside, and you get stalled out side by side, and then you lose momentum. That's what happened to Kevin Harvick there a little bit. Now he's able to get by the 88 of Alex Bowman.
He's just got so much more grip in the corner right now. He can go down on the inside and really stick and back in the throttle, and that's what's putting him ahead of these guys.
Harv has gained 6 positions.
Whoa. Little
Yikes.
Shoving and bumping, and saw the 21, maybe even in the 9 of Chase Elliott, 21 of Paul Menard brushing the wall a little bit into turn 1.
And then he came down and took up a lot of racetrack, and Ricky Stenhouse had to pedal it.
Looked like he fishtailed a little bit.
The caution is for Denny Hamlin, who got into the wall in turn 2, cut down a right rear tire, and more importantly, broke a crush panel. You'll see it on the right of your screen. He's all the way down on the apron now. Last week at Dover, Hamlin had a similar problem, tore the crush panel out of the wheel well just in front of the exhaust pipes and had to be treated for carbon monoxide issues after the race.
Same thing again today.
Jamie.
Yeah, and Denny said he was seeing double vision the end of that race, the last 40 laps, but he was better about 2 days later. But ironically, that just happened again. He knocked the right rear in, and he just asked his team when he came down pit road, he said, did I knock in the crush panels again? So they pulled him out. They took extra time on pit road and put 4 tires on it.
Yeah, with this engine package, 550 horsepower, you don't have great throttle response. That's why you try to run as wide open as much as you can.
2 to go in the stage. Pits aren't closed.
I got to tell you, so far, I'm loving this package here at Kansas.
Big runs, 3 wide, occasionally 4 wide racing.
Well, somebody else that's really loving this package, that's our leader.
I was going to say the very thing. So you like it. How do you think Kevin Harvick's feeling about now?
Right now, Joey Logano trying to get the last stage point here is 5th place.
What about our man Buescher here? I mean, that's a great run for him tonight. He's up here trying to battle for 5th place.
And we saw him before this race, and he didn't qualify very good. I said, what kind of race car you got? He said, I think I've got a good one.
Kevin Harvick searching for his first victory of the season. Coming off turn number 4 for his 3rd stage win of 2019. Busch. Chase Elliott, Ricky Stenhouse, Larson, and Kurt Busch, the top 5. Now Suarez, he needs to pit.
Yeah, I don't think Truex had any idea that the 41 was coming to pit road.
This really started on the back straightaway. They were all wadded up here.
How that was not a wreck. Amazing save by Suarez.
All right, I'll say, well, he was slowing down to get the pits.
And he still made it to pit road, by the way.
And I'm sorry, that was Reed Sorensen in the picture. They had just passed Chastain going into 3.
I was just poking Mike, saying, look at the 4 wide going into 3. Woo.
So, everybody's back on cycle except Matt Tifft, the 3rd place car. Whoa. And we have this for the lead.
Goodness.
Well, again, there's no need to lap the 12 because the 12 would just get the free pass.
Yeah.
So here we come to the flag. And it waves over Chase Elliott. 2nd stage win of 2019 for Chase. who won stage 2 at Talladega and went on to win the race.
How about that 20 car, Mike? He finished third. Jones, nice job.
Yeah, he was a ways back, really showing this aerodynamic and engine package. But what it's really showing me is that the Hendrick Chevrolets and a couple of those other Chevrolets are for real. We've been wondering, have they made improvements since earlier in the year when they struggled? Well, I would say yes, they have. Jamie?
Yeah, and Alex Bowman talked about how much he likes this track. Well, he has 2 wins here in the ARCA Series. He's also had his best mile-and-a-half finish here as well. And I talked to his crew chief this morning about this track and how their car is running, and he said he really felt like they had a good car, but he said this will be our measuring stick to see if we can hang on and compete with these guys. But he said with a big smile, of course, we are definitely a top 5 car right now. They're the #1 car.
Absolutely. Eric Jones having a strong night. He's the second Toyota behind Kyle Busch in second.
Now, if you want to watch a guy, a unique, maybe decision to be made here some way, something contrary to what everybody else is, keep an eye on that 2-bunch, because they have been notorious. I remember this race one time. He had to make it on fuel. He was pushing the clutch in, going down the straightaway and coasting into the corners.
Yeah, under green.
Under green. I didn't know you could do that.
Daniel Hemrick's made a stop. Still none of the lead lap cars have come in, and now Kevin Harvick is in the free pass position.
And going back to the 2-car, Brad Keselowski, he's now got himself in a position with a fast enough race car into the top 5. He can do something a little bit different, he and Paul Wolfe on pit road. Before, he was too far back. Whatever they did, it seemed like unless something really magical happened, they weren't going to be able to use that strategy.
Our Coca-Cola camera from Ryan Newman looking back at Clint Boyer. So we're ready for the restart.
Almost.
We thought.
And Larry gave the order that the drivers need to be in. NASCAR has been on the radio, and the big argument right now is the 20. They believe that because they did not pit under caution, they think they're the leader.
This still isn't right. We should be the damn leader. All those guys in front of us pitted. If we did not lose a lap, then we were the leader because they all came down pit road. Saying, like we should be leading. 100% agree.
There's that cut tire in the 12. Pieces of debris from that tire coming off. That is down in 1 and 2.
So Blaney will make it around to pit road on the apron.
Right now, Kevin Harvick saying there's debris.
No, it's everywhere.
Debris.
It's everywhere. Home track
caution.
And there it is.
Sixth caution flag of the night.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There's,
I told you it's
not
everywhere.
just chunks of rubber. There's
That's the whole rear end of the car coming out.
pieces of
It's
aluminum.
a small dumpster fire.
Right.
Turn 2.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle Busch not far behind him.
Oh, Chase hangs on.
Man.
That was huge. Oh!
And Kyle Busch capitalizes.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
got a rub, got a
I think
tire
Kyle
rub.
Busch, Kyle Busch through all that.
Yep.
I think he got his right rear tire.
Got a tire rub.
That fender coming in on his tire. He's going to have to get to pit road.
He's trying to get down. I don't know if he can or not.
Be ready here, guys. Tires, baby.
Well, they were only 3 wide.
Well, wait till they get to the third turn. That's where it gets. I can't believe the way it looks when they get to the third turn.
Jones with a run.
All right, I'd have lost that bet. They made it through 1 and 2.
They're in that third turn, and there they all are, all wadded up.
3 wide for 4th.
Yeah,
Double file for 2nd.
I think as long as these guys are side by side, I just don't think they can get a big enough run. Somebody's going to have
Boyer.
to. Oh,
Boyer almost drilled Eric Jones.
Yes, he did. I mean, he had Jones in his sights and let him go.
Now Jones with the run off the top.
Keselowski is loving this. When he looks in his mirror and those guys are side by side.
yeah, they're side by side drafting. That's just opening up the door for the 2-car to do about whatever he wants. If they could get single file, maybe, but
Too late, baby.
Not going to happen.
Brad Keselowski for Team Penske wins in Kansas. Bowman 2nd for the 3rd race in a row.
Guys, way to never give up.
That was an amazing run by that team right there.
Great
Paul
job.
Wolf.
Everyone's off behind you. Good job.
30th career victory for Brad Keselowski.
Boyer
as
not
Boyer
happy.
and Jones.
They're going to have a little body work to do.
I give so much credit to Brad Keselowski on how he was able to not jump the restart, but when he went to the throttle, he leaped out there and got the car all by himself. That was a pretty amazing job.
Timed it just right.
And it is a tradition for Brad to want the American flag for his victory lap. Tied for the most wins this year with 3. Second time he's won at Kansas.
I got to
The
tell you,
118th career win for Team Penske.
I got to tell you, Michael, tonight, that was an impressive run by Brad Keselowski as a driver, Paul Wolf as a crew chief. That team, they did something I didn't think they were going to be able to do tonight, and they pulled it off. Congratulations, guys.
Years old from Rochester, Michigan, former series champ.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.